Hola, it's time to party.
¿Por qué?
Because we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo and Moms.
Cinco de Mayo and Moms, two of my favorite topics. You know, and Cinco de Mayo is a really fun holiday. I like it. You know, get into a little spirit, a little costume, a little virgin margarita.
Yes.
Good times. Yeah.
But you know why?
But why? Why do we celebrate it?
Mexican Independence Day.
That's what I was wondering. No, it's not Mexican Independence Day.
What?
Actually, that's on September 16th. Totally different time of year. In fact, Cinco de Mayo, I read somewhere, is celebrated more in the U.S. than it is anywhere in the world, including Mexico. Isn't that funny?
Wow. I believe that.
Anyway, yeah, I think it's really just for most people an excuse to drink Mexican beer.
So what's the opposite of drinking beer?
Drinking virgin beer? Non-alcoholic beer?
I don't think so.
Mexican
But whatever it is.
Beer?
On this episode, we're going to celebrate it by showing you how to prepare an authentic vegetarian Mexican meal at the world-class healing resort, Rancho La Puerta in Tecate, Mexico.
Tecate. Now that sounds like beer.
It is.
Well, it doesn't get better than that for Cinco de Mayo, then,
No,
does it?
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's the belly of the beast. And if you can't get away to Mexico, we're going to bring Mexico to you with a super tasty raw vegan taco recipe that will make you say, ole!
Ole, perfect for Taco Tuesdays. Then we'll help you burn it all off with an invigorating spring Pilates workout where I do all the work. You know what I'm saying? You like that, right? Hundreds.
I did all the work.
You did all the work. No,
Yeah.
I did all the work.
No, remember you were laughing at me. I was doing the work.
You'll see. Anyway, and speaking of work, some of the hardest working people on the planet are moms and dads. So in studio, we'll have an expert working mom who's helping other working moms with tips on being a more mindful parent. Really important, especially when you're heading back to work after baby.
That's right. And if you're tired of popping pills every time you're under the weather, we're going to show you how to cure common ailments with essential oils. Maybe it can help your allergies.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll help your allergies. I don't have
That would
allergies.
be
Little
nice.
cats a little bit. Anyway, all this and more coming up on Conscious Living.
So everybody loves tacos, right? But what are tacos without meat and cheese? Well, today we've got an amazing raw vegan taco recipe for you. It's delicious. It's filling. You're going to love it. It's great for those of us who are on a detox, a raw food detox. So let's get started. Now the first thing, and really the essential from a taste perspective, is the cheese sauce. Now the cheese sauce is really simple. All it is 2 bell peppers, about 1.5 cups of cashews, about 1/2 cup of walnuts, the juice from 2 lemons, about 1/4 cup of red onions, 1 jalapeno. I use a sliver or slightly larger than a sliver of habanero pepper because I like a little heat in there. And then we finish it off with some salt and also nutritional yeast. Now, the interesting thing about nutritional yeast, if you never used it, nutritional yeast is a vegan favorite because it tastes very similar to cheese, and in our cheese sauce is going to give sort of that cheese feel. Okay, so we're going to blend all that up in a food processor, let it and get it super smooth, and it's going to look something like this. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our meat. Okay, so the meat's awesome. The meat is made of mushrooms, some nuts, and some seeds. Okay, and so it's got really nice texture. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add about 1 cup or 8 ounces of mushrooms. Okay, and so I'm just going to give these a rough chop. And then I'm just going to add these to our food processor, okay? So quick chop. And what's nice about the mushroom meat is that this mushroom meat, because of the spices we use, has all the great tastes of taco meat, but it doesn't have the meat itself. So you don't have to worry about diabetes and death and all those intestinal problems. So we're just going to drop this into our food processor. And then what we're going to add to our mushrooms is we're going to add about a tablespoon and a half of namashoyu. You could also use tamari. It's basically soy sauce, but tamari is gluten-free and namashoyu is raw. So depending on which way you flow, you'll go with one of those. Then we're going to add our 1 cup of sunflower seeds and our cup of walnuts. Okay, and this is really delicious. Obviously, a lot of great protein in this. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our spices. So what we have is we have 1 tablespoon of coriander and we have 1 tablespoon of cumin. So that's going to give us that really nice Mexican flavor. Okay, so we're going to drop those in, and we're also going to drop in 2 cloves of garlic. Okay, 2 cloves of garlic. We get our spices in there. All right. And then to that, I'm going to add a couple dashes of cayenne pepper, hot pepper. Depending on how spicy you like it, it could be more than a few dashes. I like it a little spicier, so I'm going to do a little more than a few dashes. And then we're going to add to that about a half a teaspoon of sea salt. Okay? And then all we do is we're just going to blend it up. Okay, we're coming along. And so I think we're just about good to go. And I typically like to leave a little bit of chunks, again, because I like that texture on my mouth when I'm biting into my raw taco. Excellent. Okay. So now what we want to do is we're going to grab our dehydrator. Now, this is a dehydrator sheet. If you don't have a dehydrator, I definitely recommend it if you're interested at all in raw cooking. Obviously, one of the key fundamental tenets of raw cooking is that you preserve the enzymes. So it's really important for us to preserve the enzymes. And so from that standpoint, a dehydrator is great because you can cook food without killing the enzymes. So you keep it under 118 degrees. Excalibur is sort of the standard of, sort of the world-class dehydrator, so you want to get an Excalibur. They're not that expensive, and they're really great. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to begin to form kind of, I'll call them meatballs. They're not really balls, but they are, and they're not really meat, but we're going to call them meatballs. And so you'll just drop them in. You want to have a good amount, and then we're just going to pop this in the dehydrator for about 2 or 3 hours, depending on how crunchy you want it. Obviously, the longer it is in the dehydrator, the less it'll have as far as water in it, and it'll be crunchier. Okay, so we're going to pop this in the dehydrator. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our mushroom meat that's already done. Okay, so take a look at this. This is a beautiful mushroom meat. It's been in there for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. It's got a nice crust to it, okay? Really delicious crust, but it's also on the inside, it's got some nice moisture, okay? So that's our mushroom meat. And so now all we're going to do is we're going to assemble our taco meat, okay, or our tacos. So what we'll do is just add some cheese sauce. Plenty of delicious cheese sauce. And it's made of cashews. It's so good. And then we're going to crumble our mushroom meat in there. It's got that nice crunch to it. Okay, plenty of mushroom meat. Okay. And we're going to add some lettuce, some arugula. Okay. Little avocado. Avocados will give you good fats, and good fats help you to feel full. So even though you're not getting meat and cheese and dairy and all the things that sort of bloat you out and make you feel full, you're going to get, with the avocados, you're going to get the good fats, so you're going to feel full and satisfied. Okay? Isn't that beautiful? And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some tomatoes. Okay, I like cherry tomatoes because it adds a little sweetness to our experience. Okay. A few more there. And then we're going to add some green onions. Again, these are green onions from our yard. And then last but not least, we're going to add a little cilantro. Okay, now some people like cilantro, others do not, depending on how much you like the cilantro. Add a little bit of cilantro there. Now that we've got this beautiful taco, what I like to do is top it off. Now you could be good to go right here. This is how Bianca likes them. But what I like to do is I like to add raw, this is my favorite brand, Sonja's kimchi. This is raw kimchi. This is spicy, medium spice. It's delicious. Kimchi, it's fermented. Okay, we all know how good fermented foods are for you. Okay. Smells delicious. And so I'm going to put some kimchi on there. My mouth is watering. as usual. And it's really going to dial up the heat a little bit. Not a lot, it's medium spice, it's not too spicy. And then with that, we're good to go. Now look how perfect this is. It's a great shape, this is hearty. 1 or 2 of these, you're good to go. Okay, that's all you need. Let's give it a shot. Mushroom meat is fantastic. The kimchi is great. I love that cheese sauce. It is so good. I could drink it, eat it by the spoonful and drink it, possibly. The avocado is great. It's a great taco experience. I have to just say, viva la taco. So up next, the essential oil specialist Heather Stevens is here to show us how to heal our bodies with essential oils. She's even got something for those spring allergies. Don't go away.
If you think aromatherapy is all about just smelling good, think again. They can also be used to cure everyday common ailments. To show us how, today we have natural essence expert Heather Stevens. This is what I'm talking about. Oils, lotions, bath bombs. It's like my favorite concoctions.
Smells good.
And it smells good. And these can be used to cure everyday colds. We don't have to go to the pharmacy. Instead, we can turn to essential oils.
Exactly. They're not all about just the scent, even though the scent is a big plus.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
However, they have multiple medicinal purposes, and many of them you can take internally, food, drink. Many you can apply topically. And of course, they're good for the mood and they're good for the spirit and those things as well.
Awesome. So tell us a few of the everyday essential oils that every person needs to have in their medicine cabinet.
The first one that I always start with is peppermint. Peppermint is a must-have. It has many purposes. One of the purposes that I particularly like is that it keeps spiders and mice away. It also alleviates headaches. You can apply it to your temples or the back of your neck. We also have lavender, which is wonderful for, of course, relaxation. Everybody, yes, I think it's a lot of people's favorite. Yeah. It's definitely mine. Lavender does more than just smell good, and it's great for pain as well. You can put some on a cotton ball, put it in your ear for an earache. It also is great to mix up in a pain lotion or something like that. It's actually great for cuts. It kills bacteria.
All right, so we got peppermint, lavender, what else?
Lemon is another one, and actually lemon is a bug repellent. The lemon is also good. It aids in digestion, so put it in your water, food, of course. Lemon is also used for cleaning purposes. So
spring cleaning, healthy.
Spring cleaning, those bugs. Yeah.
That and a little vinegar, you're good.
Yeah, there you go. You can even mix the lavender and the lemon to make a cleaning product. And one thing I did forget to mention about lavender is that it's great for sleep aid. You can make a pillow mist. Very simple, spray it on your pillow, fall asleep quicker.
And it seems like you've got a little mist going on right here. Is that lavender? Something smells
I do.
good.
This is lavender. Very, yeah, it is your favorite. Yep, this is our diffuser. It disperses any oil that you put in there. You can put any oil that you want in there. You can mix them even if you want. I've used it for colds. I've used eucalyptus in this for colds to clear, the room and clear your breathing, and it works just as well as Vicks, but it's natural.
Perfect. Okay, so we've got peppermint, lemon, lavender, eucalyptus. Looks like you've made a few little balms, and I think I see bath bombs in here.
Those are the bath bombs.
I love these.
Go
you
ahead
just
and smell
drop
them.
these in water. Ah.
Or the shower. They're shower or bath bombs. You throw them on the floor in the shower, and you can run the water and just breathe it in. I have a eucalyptus balm in there with eucalyptus and peppermint. And then I have lavender for relaxation, and I actually have tangerine and clove.
Nice. And you can also mix them in shea butter, which it looks like you've done here. Ah,
Smell
so
that.
emollient.
It's great for your feet.
Ooh, yeah,
For
we
the
all need.
springtime and the
Yes,
summer
exactly.
coming up.
Get rid of those ashy knees and ankles and
Yes, there you
elbows,
go.
right? I don't know anybody
And
here
the
that has
heels.
them, but
Open toe ready.
yeah, open toe ready. Awesome. Well, Heather, thank you so much for all these tips. It sounds like a great way to be a little bit healthier, smell good, relax, heal yourself, and sort of get into the spirit of spring. It's all about nature. Thanks, Heather. Coming up, put on your party hat because we're off to Mexico for a cooking lesson and an awesome workout at Healing Mecca Rancho La Puerta Resort and Spa. And after, a lesson on mindfulness for working moms. Stay with us.
In celebration of Cinco de Mayo, we headed south of the border to Rancho La Puerta, a destination spa routinely named by Travel and Leisure as one of the best resorts in Mexico. Located just an hour-and-a-half drive from San Diego at the base of majestic Mount Cuchama, one of the most unique aspects of Rancho La Puerta is their gourmet cooking school, La Cocina que Canta, which means the kitchen that sings. Jesus Gonzalez, the creative chef and inspiration behind the school, is passionate about healthy cooking. He picks his vegetables fresh every day from their adjacent 6-acre organic farm.
To me, it's like when I go outside to get vegetables, the vegetables they're singing to me to bring them to the kitchen, to get all the nice flavors out of them. When you're eating healthy, you have more flavor because you're really tasting the natural flavors of the fresh vegetables, the fresh fruit, the natural flavors of herbs, spices. When you're eating healthy, you're eating with more flavor.
Since the school is located on an organic farm, students can handpick fresh organic vegetables just moments before cooking them in class.
Before getting started, Jesus taught us some key cooking basics. First, the proper way to hold a cooking knife is not by the handle, but actually by the base. It gives you a lot more control. Second, when chopping chilies, rub a little olive oil in your hands. It'll keep them from burning. Third, always cut with curved hands and make sure your knuckles are pressed against the blade to avoid accidents. And want a quick way to peel garlic? Just smash it with the flat side of a knife. Look at that.
The first dish we prepared is a staple for every Mexican fiesta, and one of Michael's favorites, organic corn tortillas. The recipe's simple. Start with 2 cups maseca. Add your chopped garlic, jalapeños, and water, then mix with your fingers until it becomes a sticky dough. Using the palm of your hand, roll the dough into medium-sized balls. Then flatten with a tortilla press. Peel off and place gently on a griddle or sauté pan over medium heat. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. Then cook them till they're firm in the middle.
Bianca helped out on the second dish, a Nopalito Salad. According to Jesus, nopales are actually cactus and are a popular dish in Mexican cuisine. To make the salad, she sliced and diced nopales, then added goat cheese, jalapeno peppers, cilantro, onions, and corn. Now that was easy. To top off our meal, we added an organic papaya salad with orange cumin dressing, and of course, tasty guacamole.
So now you've got a Mexican fiesta, and now all you need is 4 amigos to share it with. Whenever I'm fighting the battle of the bulge, I know I can always turn to Pilates to whip me into shape. Created by Joseph Pilates in the 1920s, many people mistakenly believe that Pilates can only be practiced on expensive equipment, like reformers.
Beautiful. The body is in one long line. Keep the buns working. Keep the buns working. I knew I was. And we're done.
But certified Pilates instructor Nancy Parker met me at Rancho La Puerta Resort and Spa in Tecate, Mexico, to show us the Series of 5. A full-body workout that can be done right at home. And boys, don't sleep, because we got you covered.
The basic Series of 5, the abdominal series that Joe created, is the best way to work your abdominals at home. And it's quick. All right. So let me show you.
Okay.
So we lie down and we position our pelvis in neutral, and we're just going to keep our abdominals in and bring the legs up to tabletop. Squeeze the legs together. Good. Reach your hands towards your left knee. And as you exhale, curl on up into that basic abdominal curl position. Nice. I want you to bring your right hand to the inside of the left knee. I want you to bring your left hand to the outside of the leg. This just helps keep the leg straight. And then extend that right leg away. Good. Curl up a little higher by sliding your shoulders down. Now we'll stay in this abdominal curl position as we inhale and switch, and then exhale, exhale. Mr. Pilates said we should do 8 on each side. We have 1 more to go. Good. Bring your knees in and hold here. Double leg stretch is next. On the inhale, arms and legs reach away. Exhale, sweep the arms around, bend the knees. Inhale, keeping the abs in, reach. Exhale and circle. Last time. And exhale and circle. Bring your hands together behind your head. We're ready for the crisscross. Extend the right leg again. And as you exhale, rotate your right shoulder to that opposite knee. Good. The breath is again an inhale, inhale to switch. Inhale, cross. Inhale, cross. And exhale, cross. Exhale, cross. Stay lifted and strong. Navel stays in. Keep the belly hollowed. Extend both legs straight. Reach your hands to your left leg and reach your right leg away as low as you can keep the belly in. It's an exhale to pull the leg towards you. Inhale to switch. And last one. Bring the legs up. Fold the knees in. Bring your hands behind your head. This is the last one. It's the double straight leg stretch. Extend both legs up. And as you inhale, lower them down as low as you can keep the belly in. And exhale and hinge them back up again. Bend your knees, hug them in, and lower the head down. So, how do your abdominals feel?
I feel like they've been working hard.
Isn't that a great series?
Oh, it's great. I can feel my tummy flattening by the second.
It's hollowing, hollowing.
Great hollowing.
And Michael, he thought Pilates would be easy.
Good, and as the arms
I feel like the spirit of Joseph Pilates is working through me.
stay lifted, come on, curl up. Oh, somebody's getting tired. Good. This Pilates business is for girls, isn't it?
That's
Good stuff. No joke, this Pilates stuff.
Well, there's a big debate these days about moms having to choose between having a career and being a good parent. Today, we're going to learn how mindfulness can help working moms have the best of both worlds. To show us how, we've got the founder of Mindful Return, Lori Mahalik-Levin. Lori, can moms really have it all?
Yes, just not all at the same time.
Why not?
Because the day is only so long, Bianca. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
And in the work that I do with parents, I find that especially new moms who have just gone back to work after maternity leave have the to-do list swirling around in their head constantly. And everything that needs to get done just doesn't seem to.
Yeah.
So it's hard to fall asleep at night, for example, when you have that to-do list constantly running.
Yeah.
One thing that I found really helps new moms, and definitely helped me when I had my own 2 children, was to work on a gratitude journal that you keep that's just a few short things every day that you're grateful for that can help you really focus on the abundance that is in your life, and it's very abundant, rather than the overwhelm. So, I mean, one thing that I do is I take just your standard journal, try to make it something pretty so you want to use it every day. And every night I write down 5 or 6 things that I was really happy about. It's also a great place to capture good kid quotes and funny things that they said. And it helps one go to sleep a bit calmer and happier.
Yeah, just sort of processing the day and focusing on the things that went right as opposed to all the things that didn't go exactly the way we wanted them to, which I'm sure as a mom, just needing to be perfect or feeling like you have to has got to be so inhibiting to your happiness.
Yeah. It helps you fall asleep faster, and you need more sleep, so faster is better.
That too, right? So you can get up and take care of the babies, right?
Yeah, so the other thing that I really encourage my moms to focus on is the idea of micro self-care. A new mom has to take care of herself in order to be present for her family and present at work, but there's no time for that. And so there are a couple of ways that I use and that I teach others to use where they can squeeze in self-care in the spots that they do have during their day. So one of those things is an app that I really love using called Insight Timer. Where you can pull up guided meditations or set a timer for yourself, and you could pick a 3-minute block of time to sit and focus on being conscious and present and calm your mind. The other place that I love to do this is in the shower.
In the shower?
In the shower, literally. So it's one of the only moments when a new mom may in her day not have a child stuck to some part of her. So I use that moment to do an acronym that I call IS, a form of to be. And the I stands for set an intention for the day. The first S in my is to stretch, do a few yoga poses, and the second S is to savor, to really take in the moment with the shower.
Wow.
So you got to fit it in where you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, these tips are so practical for you. How did you sort of stumble upon this information, and what was the inspiration behind creating this for other moms?
Sure. The inspiration was definitely my own experience. I had one child, and going back to work after maternity leave was hard. I had the second child, and it was like one kid plus one kid equaled 85 kids. I realized that there was an educational program around everything related to your new baby, but not about how you could go back to work and not go crazy or know that other people were struggling as well. I took an online course called the Abundant Mama Project that taught me some of these tools around gratitude and mindfulness, and I decided that I wanted to teach them to new moms who were returning to work after maternity leave. That inspired me to create Mindful Return, which is a 4-week online course that teaches how to get into a better mindset, all the logistics of having a baby and going back to work, how to be a leader in the space of returning to work, and how to make sure that you commit to staying in community with others when you return. Because it's really hard, it's easy to get isolated. Yeah. And hard to get through the day if you don't have a community of other moms who are supporting you.
Something to sort of keep the positive energy going.
Exactly,
yeah.
Yes, and others who you can really connect with, who understand and get that there are Cheerios under the kitchen floor and you're trying to get out the door in the morning.
And it's okay, right?
And it's okay, because there's also food on the table, even if there's food under it, right?
That's right. We got to pick our battles here, right?
Exactly.
So for you, I mean, I think it's interesting. Have you found that people have felt better having taken the course? I mean, for you, was it like night and day going through these mindfulness practices than without?
It was absolutely night and day. It is a practice, as you say. It's something you do have to build stronger and stronger muscles in and do a little bit every day. But the women who have taken my course have reported back. I had one write to me yesterday. I took the course 5 months ago, and every day I still think about the mantras that we learned in the course. That you are enough, you can do this. And with a little help from your community, you will get through both the work and the baby struggles.
So the course itself, it's something that it sounds like probably anybody could use. Dads, people who aren't moms, when we all need practical tips on being more mindful. Is that something you're thinking about doing next?
Maybe in the future. I mean, I really would love to expand into a space that honors both parents, both dads and moms. At the moment, the course is geared toward the struggles that new mothers face, but I think that the structure of the course would be helpful to anyone going through any major life transition.
Yeah, well, kudos to you. I mean, we all need more mindfulness, and certainly moms do. So thank you for the tips, and I'm going to check them. I'm going to check out that app.
Yeah,
That looks
Insight
really
Timer.
awesome.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It tells you how many people you're meditating with right now.
Yeah,
all over the world.
Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, thank you, Lori. Appreciate it, and we'll be right back.
Well, that's all for this week. We'll see you next time.
It was a fun show.
It was.
Yeah, I like that.
And we'll see you in Mexico.
Yeah, maybe Mexico. Maybe in Tecate. Cheers. Desserts for dessert. I like the. Wish I had something to toast.
Yes.
Virgin margarita.
Clear.
Yeah.